Xbox gaming for life.
G'day everybody, my name is Jenson Inception. This is round 7, Montreal, Canada of the Full Beans Racing Series. This 4.3k 2.7 mile circuit has been on the calendar since 1978 and has the famous Wall of Champions. It's named because it has claimed many a world champions race win in the past, and will it be a factor today? Who knows? After Monaco, Lewis Hamilton leads the FBR World Championship and will look to increase his lead over Lethal Sniper, who's hot on his heels. At the other end of the table, Brendan Hartley and Blackbeard are still yet to register a point. Will that change today? We will find out in Canada. And here is today's grid. We've got ToastParabola in first place with a 111.0. Oval Dread in second, 3/10 further behind. That is Lewis Hamilton, a 10th behind him. Alonso in fourth. Sergio Perez in the Force Indias in fifth. And Valtteri Bottas with his highest qualifying position of the year in sixth. Sebastian Vettel is in seventh. And Max Verstappen is up there in eighth ahead of his teammate Lethal Sniper. Kimi Räikkönen and Romain Grosjean round out the final 10. Then we've got Esteban Ocon and Charles Leclerc. A low finish for Charles Leclerc. He's been excellent this year so far. Stoffel Van Dorn in 13th and Pierre Gasly in 14th. Then we've got Brendan Hartley, who's yet to score, in 15th. Kevin Magnussen next to him in 16th. Then we've got Sainz, Sniper, Rizaldo and Blackbeard rounding off the final 20. The two Williams drivers at the bottoms with no time set. Over to Tat now with the drivers.
Dread just over 3/10 of a second off the pole sitter Toast. For some reason, there's been no footage submitted from his Renault for qualifying today. Does that make you suspicious of this lap?
Yeah, I find it a bit suspicious that Toast has not recorded his lap time and that he's only finished 0.3 seconds quicker than me. But we'll see how it goes.
Yes, we will indeed. Thank you very much for that. And after starting on pole last week, let's see if Oval Dread can better himself from starting from second this week as we go over to Toast. Toast, pole position, great stuff today, but sadly no footage. And there's some suspicions arising around the paddock. What happened to your feed?
Yeah, it was a great lap. It was a shame you didn't get to see it. Apparently, with all the fuss going on before qualifying, somebody forgot to flick a switch. It's just as simple as that.
As simple as that, you say. Somebody forgetting to flick a switch. Well, I'm sure that has been investigated by the stewards and there's no further punishment. Thank you very much, Toast, and we wish you the best for tomorrow.
Hello everyone and welcome to Full Beans Racing. I'm Dougie Brown and I'm with Tad Bennington, and we're about to get lights into Canada with ToastParabola. And he is away, and that is an excellent start. A lot of grip there from the Renault engine. Oh, a bit of a lock-up on those Hypersoft tyres going into turn 1 there. Oh, lovely stuff though. He's still in first place. He's got Lewis Hamilton behind him. We'll see what happened to Oval Dread, who started in second, and why he's dropped down the field.
Yes, we will find out, and away he goes, Oval Dread, chasing ToastParabola here at Canada as we go into turn 1. He's looking good, and Lewis Hamilton shoots down the inside. Oval Dread was not expecting that. Great stuff from the 5-time world champion as he's now heading down ToastParabola. But Oval Dread will be surely hunting down Lewis Hamilton too, Dougie.
I'm pretty sure he will. And we've got Rizaldo now, who has started in 19th. Oh, look at that start. Oh, and obviously Lethal Sniper on the inside. Just to let you know, we have no feed for Lethal Sniper today. There's been an incident at the FIA and they lost the tapes. Oh, I don't know what happened there, but Rizaldo really backing off there, allowing his teammate through, who sees a gap, and Lethal Sniper lapsing. Sniper now down to 19th. Rizaldo in 20th. Blackbeard up into 18th. Great stuff from the Williams driver. And let's see his start and what happened from his perspective.
Yes, let's have a look now as he gets... Oh, what an excellent start. A lot of grip there. A lot of grip. He seems to be losing out to his teammate a bit, but he's up through the gears quicker, and his teammate backs off right there. He doesn't want to get involved in any melee. And Blackbeard as well, and he's seen an open gap by Lethal Sniper there. That's what it is. That's great race driving from Blackbeard. It's his first season in the FBR series, and he's just finding his feet as we're with Oval Dread on Lewis Hamilton. Not this time.
Not this time, and oh, a bit of collision there with the back of Lewis Hamilton. Not ideal from Oval Dread there. As ToastParabola goes quickest at the end of the first lap, which is obvious there. Oh, a great slip back there from Oval Dread, but Lewis Hamilton wise to it. has got the racing line, and he's made it count. He's still in third place, Oval Dread.
Yes, and it's the Blackbeard. What a dive bomb! He's just taken 3 places out, and he's got Pierre Gasly, the Toro Rosso behind him, but his rival, he's given him a bit of a love tap there. Brendan Hartley has been given a bump there. These 2 drivers are on 0 points for so far in the Drivers' World Championship. So it's going to be interesting to see if they can get into the points today.
Well, what Rizaldo now is he's coming down on the hairpin. He's got Lethal Sniper in front of him, just staying a wee bit way back at an arm's length as Lethal Sniper goes wheel to wheel with Magnussen there. Oh, excellent stuff from Lethal Sniper, but Rizaldo just following through, no problem there, as Kevin Magnussen was tangled up with Lethal Sniper.
Yes, and Oval Dread now, still behind Lewis Hamilton. And no, he's getting real close this time. This could be the one. He looks like making it, and Lewis is going to come across and try and cut off that angle. Dread goes down the inside, outside.
Okay,
oh, this is real.
DRS has been enabled.
And DRS has been enabled, and that is real close driving. Real close driving. Excellent stuff again from this pair. They are at it, wheel to wheel, as Dread puts the power down, that Ferrari engine, and he gets past Lewis, going into turn 4 and 5 there. As we're with Blackbeard now, and he looks like he's side by side with Brendan Hartley. He's past Brendan Hartley on the back straight.
Is now enabled. Will be available.
Rizaldo here. Lethal Sniper getting through up here. Gasly there with Rizaldo. Oh, excellent stuff from Rizaldo. Outside, inside. Oh, that was a bit of a tough one. That was not an easy gimme there. Lethal Sniper setting up here. Gasly and Rizaldo knocking him down. As we're with the Oval Dread here, who goes fastest on the 5th lap.
That's a new fastest lap for the race.
Yes, fastest lap on the 5th. Fastest lap of the race on the 5th lap as he closes in on ToastParabola. Toast is in first, Oval Dread's in second. Lewis Hamilton has pitted now. As we're with Rizaldo, who gets past Brendan Hartley. So that puts Brendan Hartley further back now, down in 18th, and points look a little bit of a way off for him. Oval Dread now. Oval Dread on ToastParabola. This is excellent stuff from Oval Dread. He's really reeled him in this last lap or two, and he gets the fastest lap 2 laps in a row. He's gone down the inside. Oh, that looked mighty close. He's been warned there. Looked like all 4 wheels off the track as he gains first place and didn't have to hand it back. Very surprised by the stewards there as Blackbeard's going down the inside. Verstappen, his wheels are inside his car.
+1. Faster engine modes are available.
Aye, faster engine modes, but it doesn't look like he needs it as he burns down that straight. He's into 12th position. He's got a little bit of separation now between him and Lethal Sniper, with Stoffel Van Dorn in between. As Rizaldo following, he sees Blackbeard go down that inside. Oh, almost a collision with Lethal Sniper, but the right front tyre, back rear left of Lethal come together, but no major collision as Lethal Sniper is going down the outside of Van Dorn and Verstappen. He's gone down the inside of this corner and he's through. Rizaldo, excellent stuff from Rizaldo. Oh, well, probably not really. He's actually just hit Verstappen there and caused him to go a little wider, and he's hit Stoffel Van Dorn. This is really scrappy from Rizaldo here.
Yes, really scrappy from Rizaldo. He's got DRS, and he's going to get Stoffel Van Dorn here. The Mercedes engine, much stronger than that Renault engine, and he takes the inside line, and he is up into 40. It looked a bit longer than normal to get past those after following through Lethal Sniper, but he's through. We're with Blackbeard here. He's gone a little bit wide. He's a little cautious, and oh, he's been hit, and that can only be Lethal Sniper. I wonder if we can get a replay of that queued up.
I think we can get a replay of that queued up most definitely there, Tad, as Rizaldo here on Sebastian Vettel, and Lethal Sniper is past him, and they're both up now as there's been some pit stops. They're way up the points here. ToastParabola, who's pitted, is about to go past Sebastian Vettel here, and then he'll have Rizaldo in front of him. But Blackbeard has to be absolutely distraught as Lethal Sniper has tapped him in the rear. Oh, Toast here. Oh, excellent through the chicane and past the wall of champions. He's got past Sebastian Vettel. As we slow it down here, we're going to see Lethal Sniper on the inside of Blackbeard there, and it looks like Blackbeard just didn't get away fast enough, and Lethal Sniper's give him a little tap. Racing incident maybe, who knows. We haven't got a great angle as Lethal Sniper's feed is not with us this week.
Yes, to me it looked like a bit of foul play as a frustrated champion just couldn't get past, and there was yellow flags after the collision.
Okay, the incident has been cleared.
The incident has been cleared, and we believe that incident was Blackbeard, and we'll get that for you soon. It may not have been. We may have lost another we've not lost a driver yet, so it was just a little collision going through. I think Sebastian Vettel had taken some wing damage. And ToastParabola with his teammate. Oh, that was a loud noise. A real loud noise from ToastParabola. Their team must be on the radio here shouting at them. This is not the way that they should be doing it. As Rosaldo past Science and past Toast. Toast, oh, this is Rosaldo in front here. Excellent stuff from the Williams driver. As he goes through, we've got Toast behind him. Oh, and there goes Oval Dread! Straight out of the pit stops. Oh no, we thought he was going to come out ahead of Rosaldo and Toast.
Strategy complete. See these tyres through to the end.
Here's a replay. I don't know what's going on. He's just not watching and he's gone straight into the wall. He's just come out of the pits, those cold tyres. He couldn't get it turned, and Toast is through as well. Toast leading the race again, as we'll see now. Well, he will be when Rosaldo finally pits. And Rosaldo finally pits. Excellent stuff from the Williams driver. He held on as long as he could to that first position. And Oval Dread.
To cut corners, the stewards will give you a penalty.
Oval Dread getting a penalty there. That's not ideal for Oval Dread.
You've been awarded a time penalty for that last incident.
He's got a time penalty, but he's also got the fastest lap. He's also got the fastest lap. 5 laps of fuel for Blackbeard here as he comes through the wall of champions. He looks a little bit fast. Oh! He didn't have the right line. He had no good nose. Oh, ToastParabola losing it there as well.
By 40.6 seconds.
40 seconds ahead of Charles Leclerc. Oval Dread is doing excellent stuff out there today. Closing down ToastParabola yet again. We've lost Blackbeard in this race, and what a shame. Through the wall of champions as Rosaldo goes round the outside of Kimi Räikkönen. Oh my word! How close was he to the wall there? That is excellent stuff from Rosaldo, and guides through the wall of champions.
Here's a familiar sight for this season. It's a shame for the Williams driver. Blackbeard had some excellent manoeuvres out there today, and Lethal Sniper ultimately cost him the race with that tap, putting him right down at the back, and he's obviously lost his concentration as we're with Oval Dread now. It looks like he's straight through that chicane, and he's gained so much. 3 laps of fuel, and we've got 3 laps of the race. He's going down the inside of ToastParabola here, and he's really cut the corner that time, and he's got a 3-second penalty. That means with Toast 3-second penalty, Oval Dread has 2 3-second penalties. Oh, let's see the replay.
Yes, you'll clearly see, look, all 4 wheels off the track there. Toast, if he can just stay behind Oval Dread, stay within 3 seconds, Toast will have this race won. As he gets...
We've been awarded a time penalty. We'll go against our finishing time at the end of the race.
Oh no, there's that's Toast penalty. That's the first penalty we've seen from him today. We've seen 2 from Oval Dread. So that's, oh, Rosaldo cutting the corner there. That's a real big corner cut, and he's got a 3-second penalty, and deservedly so. He should not be racing like that. As Oval Dread comes through here, he's on the last lap, he's in first place. Is Toast going to be within 3 seconds? We do not know. As Dread crosses the line, here comes Toast. Oh, 3.7 seconds. He was 7/10 short as Rosaldo crosses the line, and that is the race over today. That is race over. Great result. Great result as Frederick Vasseur there on the pit wall is having an excellent time, and the team in the garage are celebrating. This is the first time that Sauber have won since Robert Kubica back in 2008 at this very same track. They know how to build a car for Canada. Oval Dread finishing first, 0.7 of a second in front of ToastParabola. Valtteri Bottas and Lewis Hamilton picking up some excellent points for Mercedes this weekend in 3rd and 4th. Then it's Sniper, Ocon, Perez, Räikkönen, Rosaldo in 9th, Sainz in 10th. Lethal Sniper getting up to 5th there, starting in 20th, an excellent, 18th, an excellent day out for him. Then finishing off the grid, we've got Grosjean, Verstappen, Brendan Hartley in 13th, 3 points off the place, 3 places off the points. Then Vettel, who's not had a great day. Then we've got both McLarens down here. Charles Leclerc, Pierre Gasly, Kevin Magnussen, and Blackbeard rounding out the bottom. He did not finish today, which was a shame, but that leaves him and Brendan Hartley still on 0 points. And here is the podium. There he goes. Oval Dread on the top step. We've got Valtteri Bottas in 3rd and Toast in 2nd up there, sharing it with him. Excellent stuff from Oval Dread. Really, really great. The crowd are going. Vasseur is down there. He is very happy. Sauber get their 2nd Grand Prix win in Formula 1 history at the same track. Almost 10 years after their first. Exactly 10 years to the race after their first. Oval Dread. Is this a sign of things to come? Over to Tad, who's with the drivers.
Lethal, a great set of overtakes today and a 5th place to finish after starting in 18th. You lost a place to Blackbeard at the start. Do you think that stopped you finishing potentially higher as you got past eventually on lap 7, but the way you did so was questionable?
Hi Tad, yeah, it was quite a fun race today, lots of overtakes which are good fun to be involved in. I'd like to apologise to Blackbeard actually for hitting him as we were coming out of the hairpin. I think I may have spun him slightly there, but yeah, being stuck behind him really didn't help my race. I feel like I may have been able to get a podium if I could have got round, but it's just one of those things.
Yes, one of those things, just a racing incident I suppose, nothing much could have been done. Blackbeard suffered and ended up being a DNF. We're going to hear from his teammate now, Rizaldo, very quickly. On his race today, he finished 8th. Rizaldo, starting in 19th, you made up a lot of places today and finished 8th. How was it out there?
Yes, it was a great race for us today, Tad. Finishing in 8th, obviously not a lot of points, but there's still points, and they will all count at the end of the season. It's a shame for my teammate who was running ahead of me until Little Sniper gave him a hefty bump in the back, which I don't think was too fair, and he didn't really get penalized for it as he finished ahead of me, a few places ahead of me, but that's the way racing goes, Tad. Till next week. See you later.
Yes, till next week, indeed. That is the way that racing goes. Blackbeard, commiserations, you've got to be disappointed today after having such a great start. Starting at the back, you were spun by Lethal Sniper.
Yes, Tad, really disappointed today. Really thought I was on for a points finish. Starting at the back of the grid, obviously made an error. Not good, but they made a great start up into 11th. And the cars ahead were not far in front.
Yes, that's correct, they weren't far in front, but what could have caused the issue going into the hairpin?
Maybe a bit cautious going into the hairpin before the long straight. I had the DRS available, but obviously Lethal Sniper eager to get past and desperate for points. Clipped me, I spun, and then lost the position.
Well, if Lethal Sniper can't get past you on the track, it's down to him, and that's some great defensive driving from yourself, and it's a shame that you suffered there. You still had 11 laps to go, though, so what happened in the remainder of the race?
Went to the back of the grid, and then my head had gone. Wasn't interested in the race, really. Mistimed going out the X, and just wrote the car off again. But yeah, I mean, it's clearly Sniper's fault. He'll try and blame me some way, no doubt. But that's just his style. Never to blame that kid. But never mind. Next race.
Well, Lethal Sniper has actually apologised for the incident today. I'm sure, though, you wouldn't have heard that come through yet. On to the next race indeed for you. The next race is France. But before that, we're going to hear from Oval Dread. Dread, your first win here in Formula 1 at Canada, the same as your fellow countryman Lewis Hamilton. He won his first here in Canada all those years ago in 2008. Is this a sign of things to come?
I'm sorry, but Lewis who? I'm sorry, but there's only one new English up-and-coming driver, and that's me. You ain't seen nothing yet.
Wow, disregarding a 5-time world champion and putting yourself right up there, Dread, after your first race win. We've seen how it's gone this season, so they are really fighting talks, and that's going to be a lot of pressure for you to live up to, and we hope you can do that over the course of the next few races. Here's Toast. Toast, you appeared to have snatched defeat from the jaws of victory today. Oval Dread twice overtook you into turn 1 and had 4 wheels off the track both times, and the stewards penalised him for this. And in the end, you finished 7/10 off him. How come you didn't push harder near the end of the race?
I didn't exactly see where his wheels were when he overtook me. However, we did know that he had a penalty, so when we pushed forward, we attempted just to get within the window of that time penalty, so that we'd take the lead. But then in the chase, I managed to pick up my own penalty, and at that point, I decided it was better not to risk, taking ourselves out and risk the position that we already got. It turns out that he had 2 sets of penalties, so if we pushed harder, then we would have got that place.
It's hard to believe the team didn't know that already at that point in the race.
It didn't work out for us.
Clearly not. I suppose this result is one of the better ones for you this season so far with how it's gone.
Pleased we're getting second place. It's the best result of the season so far, and hopefully we can repeat the results next time out and maybe even go one better.
Maybe. You've been on the top step of the podium before, but it hasn't worked out that way this year. Maybe over the course of the next few races, that will change. We're going to go over to Jenson now, who's going to wrap things up.
Thank you, Ted. We're going to go through the championship table now. Lewis Hamilton still leads as he's got a 10-point lead over Lethal Sniper after Sniper finished 5th. Charles Leclerc's up in 3rd, the Monegasque driver, having an excellent debut season so far. Then it's Alonso, Dread, Vettel, Raikkonen, Gasly, Bottas, and Verstappen rounding out the top 10 of the drivers this year. Then the first of the second half of the drivers is Esteban Ocon on 34 points. Then ToastParabola is there with 29 points with his second place today. Then it's Sergio Perez Rosaldo on 22, Magnussen, Sainz, Van Dorn, Grosjean, Hartley and Blackbeard. At the top of the constructor standings, we've got Mercedes on 145 and Red Bull are 13 points behind them. Then it's Sauber, Ferrari, Force India, McLaren, Renault, Toro Rosso, Williams and Haas at the bottom of the table. Till next time. Thanks for tuning in, and if you like this video, hit subscribe, turn on those notifications so you don't miss out on another great video. But until next time, remember, be excellent to one another.